Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this title reveal animation inside of After Effects without using any kind of plugin. And if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff in advance, then don't forget to check out my Udemy courses. Links are available in the description. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's create a new composition and we are going to call it as main animation, as always we do. Width is 1920, height 180, frame rate 30, and duration is also 30, and background color is white, and simply hit OK. We'll go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on titles of actions. So our basic settings are ready. Now I'm going to select my text tool and I'll type my text first, and for the text I'm going to choose Oswald font, but you are free to choose any kind of font you want. I'm going to choose medium version and I want all caps, and for the color I'm going to choose black color. And let's type our text. I'm going to type motion graphics. Okay, this is my text. Hit Ctrl+A to select all of this. Let's make this full resolution and go to the paragraph menu and make sure to choose center text. I'll go to the character menu again. I'll decrease the distance between these ones like that. Okay, this looks good to me. Then let's select this text, press Ctrl+Alt+Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Press S for scaling option and scale it somewhere around like this. Okay, this much looks good to me. You can go to the character menu again and decrease the distance between alphabets, and you can choose Fox bold as well like that to make this, and you can decrease the distance between these alphabets like this. Okay, this much looks good to me. I'll select this and I'll press Ctrl+Alt+Home. Again, align tab, align it horizontally and align it vertically. Okay, now I need to create some animation for the revealing animation. So let's hide this one for now. I'm going to select my rectangle tool, and for the fill I'm going to choose red color and simply hit OK. Zoom in a little bit, and by holding shift I'm going to create one small rectangle. Then select this rectangle, press Ctrl+Alt+Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. Now we will go to the rectangle and rectangle path, and as you guys can see the size of this one is 12. So now what we can do, I can select this and first I'll try to animate that. So press S, create one keyframe, go somewhere around 1 minute, 1 second, create another keyframe, go to the start and let's make this value 0. Then select those keyframe and hit F9, go to the graph editor, select this graph. By holding shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here. So if you see, we are gonna get something like this. Now if you know the size of this rectangle is 12, so what I can do, I can select this and I can press P for position. I can alt click on this stopwatch. I'll type open and close square bracket. Inside that I'm going to type position and again open and close bracket, type 0. After that position 0, I'll go one frame forward and I'm going to type comma. I'm going to type position again. Okay, open and close bracket and 0. Okay, so this position 0 is this 960, which means X value, and this position 1 is this 540, which means Y value. Now I want to move this on Y value, X value over here, which means from this direction over here. So I'm going to type plus over here, and because the height and width of this rectangle is 12, I'm going to type 12 star index. Okay, like that. So what will happen, if you see, if I hit Ctrl+D again and again, it will create multiple copies. So let's enable our text layer over here, and we will create copies until it's going to cover the entire text. So at this point they are covering the text like that. Then select all of them, press P for position and press V, and by holding shift we will try to adjust them until this is properly going to touch over here like this. Okay, make sure that this point is touching over here. Okay, it's touching over here, so let's keep it as it is. Okay, and let's make this fit. Now press Ctrl Shift C and let's call it as side 01. Okay, then go inside this, and now I need to be animated one by one. So what we can do over here, simply hit page down button one or two times, select all of them by hitting Ctrl A, hold Alt, close square bracket to trim up to this. Let's trim up to 2 frames. Right click, keyframe assistant, sequence layers, hit OK and zoom out, and let's increase the duration of it. So if you see, we are getting this kind of animation. Then go over here like that, select this, hit Ctrl D, press S, unlink this, and let's make this -100 on this axis like that. Okay, now let's select both of these layers, press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as collection of sides. Okay, like this, press F4 and enable this icon. Now I want this in upper direction as well, so press P again. We will type same expression, hold Alt, open and close. Inside that type position, open and close, type 0. After that type comma, open and close 1. After that type plus 12 star index. Okay, so now if I hit Ctrl D, they are gonna be multiplication of these layers downwards like that. Okay, then select all of them, press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as collection 01. Then hit Ctrl D, press S, unlink this, and we are going to make this -100, so it will come upward as well. And let's select this and move this downwards like this. Then select both of them and let's try to bring them over here like that. So if I see, I'll get this kind of reveal. Similarly, it should be one by one. So let's go inside this, and this time over here, instead of using keyframe assistance, what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust them randomly like this over here. Like this. And if you see over here, let's make this quad resolution, I'll get this kind of reveal. Now let's select both of them, press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as mask. Okay, if I select this text, press F4 and let's choose alpha mask. So I'm gonna get this kind of revealing animation for this text. Okay, like this. Now let's select press F4, select all of them and enable the 3D icon. Then right click, new, and create one camera over here. Okay, and let's make this angle of view 39 over here. Okay, and now if I press C over here and try to move my camera, I'm gonna get this kind of revealing animation. But I don't want to animate my camera now, because there are other stuff that I need to get animated over here. Okay, so let's try to do that. Now I'm going to select these two layers and I'm going to hit Ctrl D 2 times. I'm going to select the sixth layer over here, press V, go to the character menu, and I'm going to choose white color for this and choose black color for the stroke. Then select this text layer over here. This time I'm going to choose grayish color for this like that. Then I'm going to take a distance of 5 frames. I'm going to select these two layers and move this over here, take a distance of 5 frames, select this and move this over here. Let's choose quarter resolution, and if you see this, now we are getting something like that. But over here we are not getting anything because the stroke width is very less. So let's make this something around, let's say 2 maybe, and select this 2 and let's try to bring this over here like that. We are not getting anything because if you see over here, there is white color over here. So let's delete that white color. I don't need that white color, so I'm going to delete that white color and I'll only choose stroke. Okay, So let's make this fit. First I'll get this stroke reveal animation. Let's deal stroke width, let's say 0.5 maybe only. Then I need this animation, and then I need this animation. So make this at 15 frames, and this should be at 1 second. So if you see this now, let's go make this quarter resolution. I'm gonna get something like this. Okay, then select this, hit Ctrl D and bring them to at 1.15 frames. And this time I'm going to select this layer over here, and let's choose white color over there. Okay, so if you see this now, we are getting this extra effect like this. Okay, so this much looks good to me. Now let's select all of them and press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as reveal. Okay, enable this and enable this icon, and right click new and create one camera over here again, just for the check whether we are right or not. Okay, and press C, and if you rotate it, yes, our thing is still moving, so we are on the right direction. Okay, hit Ctrl Z and let's delete it. Now let's go inside this. I'm going to select this text layer. I'll hit Ctrl C. I'll go over here and I'll hit Ctrl V, and let's disable this 3D icon. Similarly, bring this down and press F4, and let's not select any alpha matte. And now if you see over here, this consists of stroke, and instead of text layer I need shape layer out of it. So right click, create shape from text, and we are going to delete this text layer. Now I need to create animation over here for this text. So let's go to the add menu, and we are going to choose trim path. Go to the trim path, let's make this end value 0, create one keyframe, go somewhere around 3 seconds, and I'm going to make this value 100. Then go to the start, create one keyframe at offset, go over here and let's make this 180. So if you see this, we are gonna get this kind of animation. So let's go to the 4, select this, and let's move this over here. Select those keyframe and hit F9 and hit U. So if you see, we are gonna get something like this. Okay, now we are going to convert these layers into 3D. Similarly, this layer into 3D. Now we will go to the view, and we are going to choose two horizontal view over here. Let's select this and press P for position, and I can move it on Z direction. So alt click on this position over here. Again we will type same expression, position 0 comma position 1, and because we have 3 axes now, so after that also we need to type comma position open and close bracket 2, and after that close bracket. Okay, so make sure to select this over here, and now I need to change the value of this on Z direction in negative value. So what I can do, I can type over here -20 star index. So what will happen if I hit Ctrl D again and again, I'll get multiple copies of it. Similarly, this one, this should be over here. So let's bring this a little bit over here. Okay, I'll hit Ctrl D again, and let's try to bring one copy. Sorry, let's make this fit. Let's try to bring one copy in middle of this. Again hit Ctrl D, and let's try to bring one copy in front of it like that. Okay, and now let's choose one view again, and now I need this animation should be 1 by 1. So I'm going to take a distance of 5 frames for each and every one. Select this, adjust it accordingly over here, and somewhere around at this point I want this middle one should start to animate. So I'll bring this over here like that. Then at this point I'm going to adjust them like this. With the help of open square bracket you can adjust this. And at last this top one should start to get animated, and this one should be at the bottom. Select all of them by holding shift and move to 5 frames, and let's try to animate them from here. So if you see this now, we are gonna get this kind of animation. Let's show you this in quad resolution. We are getting this kind of stuff. Okay, and if you want, you can select this one which is at the top over here. You can go to the effect and presets panel and you can apply tint effect on it, and you can simply swap the color of it like that, so you will get different results over here. Okay, it's totally up to you, but I'm going to stick with this one over here like this, or let's choose swap color because this looks good to me. Okay, and then after that we need to add our camera, so simply right click, new, and then add our camera. And angle of view, I'm going to choose 180 like this. Okay, then go to the what we can do, let's choose custom view maybe. Okay, so as you guys can see, the camera is in the middle. We have to bring it over here like this, and now let's show you this in through active camera. We are still not seeing anything, so hit double A and let's try to decrease the angle of view so we can see this. Okay, if I choose let's say 38 or something, I'll get different results. Let's choose custom view. Okay, this much looks good to me. Now we need to try to animate this stuff, so simply right click over here, right click, new, and create one null object. Convert this null object into 3D, select this camera and make it a parent with this null. Now let's go somewhere around the last frame when the animation is gonna get completed, which means somewhere around at 9 or 10 maybe. Let's select this camera, press P for position, create one keyframe, then R for rotation, create another keyframe. Similarly, S for scaling, create another keyframe, and hit U. Then go somewhere around 90, and now we have to rotate our camera on y-axis maybe like that over here. Similarly on x-axis like this. Okay, similarly position of this one should be over here. Exposition should be like this. Okay, similarly increase, or let's decrease the scale somewhere around like this. Okay, and then go to the start, select all the initial frames and let's move them over here, and now hit play. So if you see, we are gonna get this kind of revealing animation. It will take a little bit time to load because this kind of animation is heavy. If you see this in full resolution, we are gonna get something like this over here. And if you want, you can select those outlines over here like this by holding control. I'm going to select this outlines, and I can choose and try to reduce the stroke widths of them up to 0.1 as well, so it would be easy for us to see what is happening over there like that. Okay, and finally the final position of the text is gonna be somewhere around over here like this. Okay, now I can select my camera and I can play around with the depth of field. So let's go somewhere around 2 seconds. I'll hit double A and I'm going to enable my depth of field, and I'm going to choose aperture value to 100. Okay, so I can see, and now I can adjust my focus distance. So let's go to around two horizontal views over here, and now with the help of this I can adjust my focus distance. So this line should focus on this area over here. So let's try to adjust the focus distance around over here like this. So if you see this portion over here, let's see how does it looks. Okay, it's focusing on this area. Similarly at this point, let's see. Okay, so let's make this one view again, and let's see in fit. Okay, so up to this at this point I think focus distance is good. Let's increase the aperture value to 150 and let's see how does it looks. Okay, it looks something like this. So I think at this point looks good to me. At 4 seconds, let's see whether the look of this animation looks good or not. I think this also looks good. So let's create one keyframe at focus distance, aperture and blur level at this point. Then go to around 6 seconds. This time I need this should focus a little bit more. So let's increase the focus distance a little bit. Okay, you can again go to the two horizontal views, and as I said that this line should become over here. So let's try to do that. Okay, line is coming over here. Let's go to around 8. Again this line should come over here, so it will focus on this. Go to the last frame now, and this line should focus on this area. Okay, similarly you can go to 2 seconds as well, and you can try to adjust the focus distance somewhere around over here, like initially that is focusing on this portion. Similarly at the start you can completely focus on this portion like this. Okay, so let's make this one view, and now if I see this animation it will take a little bit time to load. So let's choose quarter resolution, and now if you see my animation is gonna be something like that, and it will take a little bit time to load this animation because this is quite heavy, but the final output is gonna be awesome. Okay, so this is how you can create this kind of text revealing or title revealing animation inside of After Effects over here like this.